But I'm just thinking with James Harden and Russ, maybe it's a situation where you start both of them, because I don't think you're gonna bring James Harden off. Come on, you're not gonna bring him off the bench. But if you elect to keep Russ in that starting lineup, it could be a situation where you just have them out there for the first 4 or 5 minutes of the first quarter, right, in the closing minutes of a game, and outside of that, a lot of those minutes in between, in the second quarter, in the third quarter, you kind of stagger it, right, where you have Russ playing more minutes with the second unit, or you have James Harden leading the charge with the second unit. I just really can't wait to see. I guess this is the fun part about being a head coach. I just can't wait to see how Ty Lue quarterbacks this thing, because that's really my major thing. It seems like they've been able to have some success with Russ as their starting point guard when Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are in that lineup. And just not even just starting, but just when they're on the floor together, it just seems to work. It seems like they're all on the same page when they're healthy and they're out there together. So bringing a guy like James Harden, it does complicate some things because he's ball dominant, right? We've seen him play the role of facilitator, but we've also seen him play the role of scoring point guard, right? And we've also seen him, when he's playing off the ball, there's been a lot of times where, for whatever reason, when he's playing off the ball, instead of just keeping it simple sometimes and spotting up to catch and shoot, it just seems like, man, he always wants to put the basketball on the floor. So I just wonder how that's going to go. But, we're talking about other people like Russ having to make adjustments, or Ty Lue now as the head coach having to make adjustments. I really feel like the main person in this situation who really needs to make an adjustment is James Harden. I don't feel like that's too much to ask him to do, is to come in and you adjust. James, you're not in the same situation that you were in 3, 4, and 5 years ago, where you could you could call more shots or demand more, just in terms, when you arrive in a new city on a new team. I think that now it's a situation where, man, you're coming to a team that honestly they were pretty okay without you, man. So now with you coming there, I really think that of all people, man, he should be the one to really have to adjust his game. But the good thing about it is, I feel like if he's asked to do that, and if he buys into it, I feel like he's very capable of it, because he has all the tools. He can handle the rock, he can facilitate, he can score the basketball at a high clip. Defense has always been an issue for him, but he can do everything you need him to do on offense. But it's just going to come down to, what is Ty Lue going to ask of him? And is he going to be able to, is he going to be willing to accept that role? But I'm telling you, I think that I just think it's a bad idea. If you bring this guy in and you make, Russell Westbrook had to become the major adjuster, or PG and Kawhi have to, make major adjustments to their games. You're obviously already taking minutes away from Bones Highland and from Terrence Mann, but that's to be expected. That's the way this league goes, right? But I'm telling you, man, I'm just so curious to see what's gonna happen and how Ty Lue is going to approach these changes. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. But I do think that this edition doesn't necessarily put them up there with the Denver Nuggets or the Milwaukee Bucks or the Boston Celtics. But I think that it definitely gives them more of a puncher's chance when it comes to seriously contending for a title. So we'll have to wait and see.